Hello everyone, welcome back to Saving in Style. For those of you that are new here, I am Amber. I have been a licensed hairstylist for 13 years so far. I do have my feet kind of dabbling into the fashion area. I have lots of experience in health and beauty as I have co-owned a gym local here to Des Moines since 2019. And let me tell you, it has been crazy doing all this through the pandemic. The reason for this vlog series, I guess, that I originally started with Morpheus 8. If you've not seen Morpheus 8, I will link it here up in the iCards, or I will link it down below. I've been on this kind of journey the last year and a half. My daughter is officially a year and a half now, to kind of gain back my confidence and kind of my pre-baby body in fashion sense, and just kind of finding my way without breaking the bank. And along the way, I had some hiccups, and that's what started the procedure journey for me for the most part. I have had lip filler previously just to correct some issues. And if you want me to get into that kind of later on, I definitely can. So if you have questions, definitely leave them below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new. Welcome. So glad to have you guys. I pre-recorded this just because I had these things planned after I had my daughter. Morpheus 8 was kind of like the option for me. I'm like, I'm gonna try this, and if this doesn't solve my issues, then I'm gonna go A, B, C, D, F, G. So what happened was, after I had my daughter, for those of you that don't know, you lose elastin, so like stretch marks for the most part. Like usually your skin is supposed to go back to where it originally began. I shockingly didn't get stretch marks in my stomach or anywhere else. But you know what happened to me? I lost something up in here, some elastin. As I talked to my doctor, my eye just started drooping like this out of nowhere. Other things like my cheeks started drooping, from like gaining the weight, and then, everything bouncing back. I hit a huge plateau. I posted a video on kind of my journey of working out from home. Sometimes my daughter and I still do that, and I will also link that below or up here. I have been a little MIA, just a little life update. I've been visiting the doctor because in conjunction with going to therapy twice a week for my neck for stenosis, and also I had to go for my abdominal area because after I had my daughter, my abs wouldn't go back together, and I cannot for the life of me think about what that is called at the moment because I feel like I'm still getting my brain back. And now I hurt my wrist. So if you end up seeing me somewhere along the line wearing a wrist brace, don't fret. I have carpal tunnel, I have tendonitis, I have de Quervain syndrome, which is mommy thumb or mommy wrist or whatever it is from overuse. Believe it or not, I'm right-handed, so make that make sense, and a hairstylist. So I'm gonna link all these kind of videos in order of kind of like my transformation. I'm gonna put it all on a playlist, but my first step after Morpheus 8, because Morpheus 8 really wasn't it for me. A lot of you guys did agree with me that Morpheus 8 just wasn't for you. And if you wanna know more about that, you can definitely do your research and Google. I have some of that as well on my Morpheus 8 vlog of the whole month that I recorded. And I know a lot of you guys appreciated that style because I wasn't paid to do it. I'm sorry, I want the same things that you guys want. And I want you guys to see kind of how things play out throughout. But anyway, let's get back into it. If you are not familiar with under eye injections and you're kind of looking into that, definitely go ahead and do your research, get your consultations, talk to your doctor wherever you're going, and kind of do your research afterwards, because in my experience, I've had probably the most pleasant experience doing under eye filler. I have done it twice now. I have been approved to verbally, obviously, because she saw me recording everything, to record kind of the process of everything, and especially like the later video. The later video, I'm not gonna reveal it now. It might have to do with, some pulling and moving and other things. With under eye filler, there really isn't a lot of downtime, believe it or not. You might get some bruising. My biggest thing I cannot preach enough with under eye filler is that if you do get swelling and bruising, they do not put it like all the way in here in the tear duct. They actually put it like right here, and then they like push and massage, just so that way you don't have as much like hollowed out appearance. Does that make sense? For me, mine are extremely hollowed out. Every time I've gone in, they have actually said I could do 1 vial per eye. That's how deep these puppies get. They also recommended cheek filler, and I don't want to do that because obviously that's lower. I would rather get just a whole vial. Your body does absorb this naturally over time. I don't go ahead and get this done all the time. After I had my daughter, I looked so sleep deprived, like all mothers do usually. I was kind of going through also a very emotional time because I was going through kind of a separation breakup with my long-term partner and her dad. And just half of my pregnancy was very stressful, very draining. I'm actually thinking about starting a vlog on a different channel. Let me know if you'd be interested in like that relationship aspect, because it was a very scary time, especially when I was pregnant. He does have PTSD. He has other kind of personality issues that he would need to see his own therapist for, and he is working on himself, which praise be to that, and everything is a lot better now. We still have love for each other, but that whole time was extremely draining mentally, physically. I couldn't lose a pound after I lost 20. I was at a plateau everywhere. My anxiety was beyond recognition, and I decided I'm gonna just make myself and my daughter happy, and I'm gonna do things for me and her. I saved up my money. I did not put it on anything like care credit, or I think they have one that's called a cherry card or something like that now. I wanted this done. I didn't want to look like I was half dead. I wanted to look rejuvenated. I wanted to look like myself again. And for those of you that don't know, I am 35. I just turned 35 this year. Over time, we do lose collagen, especially if we're going through that weight loss, extreme weight loss, even postpartum. Everything starts sagging, and it takes a long time for things to lift up. And I was not about to wait to make myself feel good anymore. I am a fan of like, if you want to get something done and you know it's gonna help you feel or look better and boost your confidence, go for it. Just do your research, go into forums, chat with people. Even if you have like a local Facebook, I know a lot of people here have local Facebooks to like their town or biggest city. Go on there anonymously and say, hey, has anybody had ABCDFG done? What were your experiences? If you could DM me, that'd be great. Because then you'll get an alert and people will be like, oh yeah, I've had this done. People are more than welcome to share their experiences. And I am too. That's why I'm making this. In my whole experience with getting under eye injections, there's different kinds, but definitely if I were you, I would get something that dissolves over time. I got my first under eye injections a year ago, literally a month or two after I had my baby, because I was like, okay, I've lost like 20, 30 pounds. I need to lose more, but I'm, in this process, I'm going to do something that makes me feel better. And I was saving my money for it. So that way I didn't have to use a card or anything like that. And I didn't want to feel guilty about getting it done. So when I got it done, I'm like, she was right. I could do a whole another under eye filler, but I wanted to make sure that my body could metabolize it the way it should, because you're putting a foreign entity in your body. And if you've never had it done before, definitely wait. Don't go overboard your first like 2 times, because the second time something bad could happen to you. You don't know. I would say if you've done now like 3 times, maybe like, you're okay. But like a lot of people are getting these like fillers removed because for them, it started to have adverse side effects, after so many times. But in conjunction with that, a lot of people have also done way more than they should have and haven't let their body respond and absorb to it. I got my lips done 3 times so far, and they were all before I had my daughter. I was in love with getting the under eye injections. I think that is something I will continue to do like once a year. I don't feel like I need to get that done multiple times a year. I would love to continue with that. I have gotten Botox done. Botox has never ever worked for me. That is something that had led into what I'm gonna talk about later. You know, I'll just tell you. I ended up getting PDO threads, and that is another vlog that we're gonna get into. It's a 3-parter, guys, because just saying, if you plan on ever getting that done, she did forewarn me, the doctor did, bless her beautiful heart. It's a doozy. I'm gonna have to go into that later. I'm actually covering up, now that's officially, it's almost an entire month later, and I still have some bumps of threads. So if you are gonna plan on getting those threads done, don't do it like 2 months out. I would say at minimum, do it 2 months out from like an event if you don't have bangs. Or I would never get this done in the summer, PDO threads. I would never, ever probably get it done if I didn't have bangs. To be honest with you, I'm sure you guys can like vouch for me below. If you have had PDO threads without bangs, let me know, and let me know your experience, because yes, you can see some of those lines, and I'll get into it later. But anyway, if you're contemplating injections, talk to your doctor. Anyways, I am going to kind of let the vlog kind of do its thing and show you what happened to me. I did have some bruising. I took lots of pictures. What I didn't do was I ate a lot of pineapple. I swear on the holy baby Jesus, eating and supplementing starts like a week to a couple days before I get anything done, because I need no inflammation or to lessen my inflammation. And I am taking my multivitamin, my probiotic, my fish oil. I'm taking my turmeric supplements. It'll help. It just helps you kind of like process everything and gets rid of that extra water retention. My holy grail food item the day of, the next 3 days later, is pineapple. I'm not talking pineapple from a can. I'm talking raw pineapple. Like, I'm saying not like meat raw. I'm talking like you sliced it up that day right before your appointment, and you eat some, and then you eat it later after your appointment. The reason being is because I have gotten my arms done, y'all, and I didn't know this, and praise be that I do, and thank goodness to that surgeon. I had so much bruising. She's like, well, have you tried pineapple? And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, pineapple, like you slice up, not from the can. It has bromelain, and the higher concentration of bromelain helps turn your cells over. It is amazing to get rid of any bruising at all. If you have bruising right before a wedding, or you had something happen and you're like, shoot, this is like 2 or 3 days before your wedding, I'm gonna have all this bruising or whatever, eat pineapple. Eat a cup of pineapple, a bowl of pineapple, whatever your heart desires. I'm telling you, that bruising, if you eat a measuring cup full a day, it'll be gone. I was in close communication with the PDO thread situation with the doctor. She's amazing. Highly recommend them. I will put her information in my PDO thread kind of blog that I do. If you see this and you go to them, mention me. Try those options. Let me know your experiences with under eye injections. Have you got them done? What's your thoughts, feelings? Like, are you gonna continue? Like, what are you gonna do? I had a pleasant experience when I did the under eye injections. Like I said, I'm gonna continue to do that, but I loved it. By the way, I think I'm gonna chop my hair off to here and kind of do like a inverted bob. Let me know. Just have no time to do my hair anymore with a child. But anyways, I love you guys. Thanks for sticking in. Sorry I've been kind of MIA dealing with all these medical things, but I appreciate you guys kind of like giving me the real in the comments. I love it. I love it. And you know I respond rapidly, so I appreciate you. I love you guys, and I hope you guys stay safe out there and continue to stay watching. Don't forget to subscribe below. Bye.